Oh, hey, ha. Okay. G'day cocktail lovers, hope you've been keeping well. I hope you're ready to have a bit of a Wild West dive into some overproof rums because I got a new one, I had some existing ones and I want to do some comparison. I just got this one that I'm always seeing people talking about, Smith & Cross. This is a pure pot still from Jamaica. It's 57% alcohol. So of my overproof dark rums, this is actually the lightest proof. People always go on about it. It's super hard to get in Australia and it's very expensive if you can get it. A friend tipped me off it was available from a local distributor and it was actually a bit cheaper than normal, so I got it. I haven't tasted it yet. Gonna taste it on camera and I'm going to compare it to one I've had for a while, the Plantation OFTD, which is 69% alcohol, and an Australian, the daddy of my overproof rums, Inner Circle, 75.9% cask strength, so over 151 proof on this one. So I'll be bold and I'm going to take a sip of them. I've poured myself a shot of each and I'm going to take a taste. I'm going to taste the Smith & Cross first because I've never tasted it before, so I want my palate clean for it. Two observations: it's lighter than the other two rums, and I put a little bit of ice in each. The ice floated in the Smith & Cross, it sank in the two higher proof rums. Probably some science behind that, but anyway, a little sip of the Smith & Cross. Yeah, I mean, that's really warm going down. That's a really characteristic Jamaican funky rum. And yeah, it's got that sort of overripe fruit taste in it. It's somewhere between pineapple and banana. But yeah, it's not necessarily something I'd sit back and sip, but I think it would be possible to do that. First comparison, the Plantation OFTD. The initial taste is this is sweeter than the Smith & Cross, and possibly even some slight smoke notes that the Smith & Cross doesn't have. Final comparison, the Inner Circle cask strength. Oh, hey, ha, ha. Okay, certainly not one I'm going to sit back and say, oh my word. But again, initially some sweetness and even more of a smoke note than the Plantation, actually. I use this to kick cocktails up a notch. This is not one I sit back and drink. Whew. Speaking of cocktails, I'm going to do a cocktail comparison with the three of them as well. As I upload this, it's Rum Punch Day, the annual day to say, hey, let's have a rum punch. And rum punch is absurdly vague. If you look it up, you'll find just a multitude of really significantly different recipes. So this is not one I'd get all finicky about. I mean, I've literally seen several that say use an overproof rum. Then I saw another one that said, I'll split it between a light and a dark rum. And some say pineapple juice, lime juice, orange juice, pomegranate, basically all over the shop. I'm sort of going down the middle with a few things based on what I said, but I'm also going to make it half size because I'm going to make 3 of them. So these measurements I do, if you were just making one, you'd basically do double that, but I'm going to end up with 3 rum punch. And also you'd usually do it in a Collins glass with lots of ice, but again, because I'm doing this quickly with small serves, I'm just going to serve them up and I'm going to make them as quick as I can and do a comparison. Obviously, because I'm doing a taste test, I am just using overproof rum in these. Most recipes say 2 ounces. I'm going to go a little bit easier on myself and do 1 ounce. But if you're making one at home and you're doing it this way, we'd go 2 ounces of overproof rum. To go with that, we do an equal amount of pineapple juice. So again, making a normal drink, you do 2 ounces of pineapple juice. I'm going to do it half, and out of my can, as I say, yeah, look, fresh is good. If you have the wherewithal to make fresh pineapple juice, go for it. Very hard. I don't have the materials here to make it. So freshly opened can of pineapple juice, you would put in an equal amount to the rum, so 2 ounces. I am going to add some lime juice, although not all recipes say to, but a lot do. So for the full size one, I would say half an ounce. So 2 ounces rum, 2 ounces pineapple juice, half an ounce of lime juice. Some recipes said to add sugar syrup or pomegranate syrup, some sort of syrup, and some didn't. I'm going to. This is actually a special one I made because some of the recipes said to do orange juice. I'm not adding orange juice. I think that dominates drinks too much. I rarely use it. This is a syrup I made, an oleo saccharum built around blood orange juice. So that red color is completely natural. It's from the blood orange peel and blood orange juice that went into making it. So this is the version of syrup I'm using. So for those components we said before, you would do 1 ounce of the sugar syrup. Final touch, a couple of dashes of bitters. You could just use good old Angostura if you wanted. I've got these Bitterman Tiki bitters, Ella Macule bitters. They're really nice. I think it goes well with rum. So I'm going to put 2 dashes of bitters in. Adding ice to the shaker, put it together, bang it in hard, give that a solid shake for about 10 seconds. Like I said, normally you do this in a Collins glass with a lot of ice. I'm just serving these up, getting it done quickly, straining it in through a Hawthorne strainer. Fits these glass nicely, as it turns out. Now I'm quickly going to make 2 more. Drinks made. Let's do a quick comparison of how they go in a rum punch. This is the Smith & Cross. Oh. Well, that's really quite pleasant because you've got those different juices going on, but it's a punchy enough rum that it comes through. There's, pineapple, which is so light and sweet, and you've got the tartness from the lime, but that funk and the flavor is just punching through. Quite nice. The Plantation OFTD in a rum punch. That's interesting. That doesn't bring as much funk as the one. I think there's another word people use for it. I'm so bad with the words, but again, this doesn't just taste like fruit juice in a glass. This tastes like it has rum in it, but it doesn't have that really distinctive sort of funk characteristic that the Smith & Cross is bringing in. Final taste, the heavy hitter, the Inner Circle's 75.9% cask strength, and okay. Yeah, that's its own beast as well. You notice I didn't choke and cough. The Inner Circle goes quite well in mixed drinks. Straight, not something to go. Probably I'd be far more likely to have the Smith & Cross as just a straight sip, but I don't imagine that's something I'm going to do much. But this one, while being pretty overpowering if you drink it straight, actually blends quite well. Which of those is the best is going to come down to your particular palate. And I'd love to hear what sort of rum spectrum you like in the comments. And while we're talking about you and me and the video and comments, if you do the thumbs up, you like it, is great. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you'd like to be along for further videos, please, it'd be great if you did subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload. But my suggestions, if you are a lover of that pot still rum funk, the Smith & Cross actually brings most of that. It's interesting, it's the lowest proof of these 3, but it brings the most of that. I thought they were good. I thought the Plantation OFTD had sort of the brightest flavor of the 3, and then the Inner Circle sat in its own space and again, really brings that rum characteristic. But for something that, as you may remember, I found quite difficult to sip straight, it blends in a cocktail really well. Now I've got these 3. I actually have an idea for a finale. For my finale, my favorite cut glass tiki goblet, filled with crushed ice, and we go 1. Oh shit. Okay. That's pretty solid. 2. Oh, I can't even fit all 3 of them in there because I went absolutely ham on the crushed ice. Oh well, I hope you enjoyed that little trick. And yeah, I've got a bunch of overproof rum to drink, so I better sign off and do that. In the meantime, I hope you take care. Hope you take care of the people around you. And until I see you again, cheers.